There were some heated exchanges, particularly over the issue of President Obama. Let's listen to that.
Today, Senator Sanders said that President Obama failed the presidential leadership test. And this is not the first time that he has criticized President Obama. In the past, he's called him weak. He's called him a disappointment. The kind of criticism that we've heard from Senator Sanders about our president, I expect from Republicans. I do not expect from someone running for the Democratic nomination to succeed President Obama.
Madam Secretary, that is a low blow. I have worked with President Obama for the last 7 years. When President Obama came into office, we were losing 800,000 jobs a month, 800,000 jobs a month. We had a $1.4 trillion deficit, and the world's financial system was on the verge of collapse. As a result of his efforts and the efforts of Joe Biden against unprecedented, I was there in the Senate, unprecedented Republican obstructionism, we have made enormous progress. But you know what? Last I heard, we lived in a democratic society. Last I heard, a United States senator had the right to disagree with the president, including a president who has done such an extraordinary job. So I have voiced criticisms.
As a senator, yes, I was a senator. I understand we can disagree on the path forward, but those kinds of personal assessments and charges are ones that I find particularly troubling.
One of us ran against Barack Obama. I was not that candidate.
Lynda, you know, that certainly was a sharp exchange.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we saw there was both of them, frankly, starting with Hillary Clinton, were really speaking to that Obama coalition that we've been talking about that is going to really be so very important in both Nevada and South Carolina. And so what Hillary Clinton did tonight was she made use of the opportunity that Bernie Sanders offered to her earlier today by criticizing what he called this gap in leadership from the president as it pertains to Congress, and also by calling out the fact that he lent his name to the cover of a book that was recently released called Buyer's Remorse, which was extraordinarily critical of President Obama. So what you ended up seeing, not only in that exchange, but throughout the night, was this rather awkward dance that Bernie Sanders had to do. So at times, he was trying to bear hug the president because he does understand that while only, say, half of the people who were polled at the exit polls in New Hampshire said that they really wanted to continue the president's legacy, it is much more likely that the Democratic base in South Carolina and in Nevada are going to be interested in a candidate that's going to be able to continue to build on the policies of this administration.
Nancy, your thoughts on that, on the differences there as they were discussing the president?
I think it was an effective approach by Secretary Clinton because it hits on something that, frankly, is a real feeling on Capitol Hill about Senator Sanders that probably a lot of people can relate to. You know, I've been covering Capitol Hill for 8 years now, and one of the things that sometimes frustrates Democrats in the Senate when it comes to Senator Sanders is that because he has sort of operated outside of the two-party system as a Democratic Socialist or as an independent, as he identifies in Congress, he often has the ability to opt out and opt in to the party when it suits him. And the case that Hillary Clinton was making tonight is that that's his relationship with the president too. That he praises him on one hand, but goes after him perhaps a little more fiercely than those who are stalwart Democrats might be comfortable doing. And there is this feeling that exists on Capitol Hill among some Democrats who may agree with a lot of the things he says, that he operates as a bit of an island, and that he has the luxury that most people who are Democrats or Republicans don't have, which is to sort of buck your party's leadership whenever you want to.